Welcome to the Relationship Tips channel. Finding the right partner or lover isn't just about attraction. It's about connection, growth, and purpose. Too many people fall in love with the wrong qualities and end up paying the emotional price. So today, let's talk about the most important general qualities to look for when choosing your partner. First, emotional maturity. A great partner is not someone who never gets angry, but someone who knows how to manage emotions, take responsibility, and communicate calmly. If your partner avoids communication, blames others, or can't handle conflict, love alone won't save that relationship. Second, shared values. Looks fade, feelings change, but values stay. You must both agree on the core things that shape life: faith, family, goals, honesty, and respect. Without shared values, love becomes a battle of differences instead of a bond of unity. Third, trust. A relationship without trust is like a house built on sand. It will collapse. Choose someone whose words match their actions. Consistency is the foundation of love, not promises. Fourth, communication. You cannot build a strong bond with someone who won't talk or listen. True communication isn't about talking a lot. It's about understanding. Choose a partner who listens to understand, not to argue. Fifth, respect and support. A healthy relationship uplifts you, not diminishes you. Your partner should respect your dreams, celebrate your progress, and stand with you through challenges. Real love doesn't compete, it completes. In fact, most people actually dream of settling down in a very lovely environment that can guarantee them future affection. But to achieve the same, one must always look for a mate with such qualities that can bring about a lovely relationship. So, let's go into specifics now. Number 1. Choice of the right man. As a woman, for you to get into a good relationship, you need to first decide within you the kind of man and what you want from him. Then on your part, you should be putting up attitudes that can define you as a woman that is what knowing. Among the ways of preparing to get the right man is to get acquainted with yourself. Take yourself as the special and valuable person who can offer a lot. Stop the self-criticism, start talking in a positive way. You must really do more to find a true love, not just sitting down and crossing your fingers. Remember, do not make the mistake of choosing somebody because he is the one you feel is in your line of sight. You should not just settle with any type of man that comes your way. You must have to make up your mind on what your right choice will be so that at the end of the day, you do not suffer from heartbreak in return for your affection. There are some men that are very difficult for anybody to correct. Such men could constitute serious problem in any relationship. Before you start searching for the man of your life, one question you should ask yourself is, what kind of man can fulfill my dream? Some women make a shopping list of the kind of men they want, such as age, height, job, tribe, color, his car, his house, etc. Some are even so strict with this type of choice that they do not consider anyone who does not measure up. What women who set the above criteria do not know is that these superficial qualities have actually nothing to do with a happy relationship. Your interest in making the choice of a man should always be to get that man who will make you feel like a princess, such a man that will be ready to cross the sea in order to help you out of trouble, and that choice is the type of man who has character along with the kind of values you can build a life on. He will be the type that is trustworthy, dependable, caring, and affectionate. She will also become your helpmate, your partner, your confidant, your one and only one. If you meet such a man that fits into these descriptions, hold on to him and be assured that you will have a blissful relationship. Number 2. Choice of the right woman. For a man, the kind of questions to ask while looking for a partner are, is she stubborn? What does she talk about? Is she the type that is self-centered or the type that is genuinely interested in the welfare of others? Is she a trustworthy type? Is she a busybody type of person? Is she wise? Is she hardworking and industrious? Is she willing to submit to anybody? Etc. But in whichever way you look at it, remember you are dealing with a human being whom you are not expected to be perfect. Therefore, since everybody has shortcomings, you may have to overlook some of these things, especially those ones you can be able to handle as the relationship progresses. But however romantic or anxious you may feel, remember that you should not close your eyes to serious faults that may be very difficult for you to handle. So, if you have serious reservation for a particular person, the best thing for you to do is not to continue with such a relationship. Again, before you start your search for your type of woman, Note that it is very necessary that you check yourself first to know if you could equally offer corresponding qualities to what you need from that woman. If you do not examine yourself very well, you may not be successful in your choice. Take, for instance, it will be termed contradictory if you are a noisy person looking for a quiet woman, if you are a dishonest person looking for an honest woman, if you are the type that is never cheerful looking for a cheerful one, if you are the type that is lazy looking for an industrious woman, if you are the type that is always dirty looking for a neat woman, if you are the type that behave roughly looking for a gentlewoman, if you are the type that lacks morals looking for a woman that has exemplary morals, if you are the type that goes after different kinds of women as a habit, looking for a woman that will always be there for you alone, and so on. A lot of preparations, especially in the area of habit change, are very necessary before you start seeking for a partner. This has to be done in order to guarantee you an enjoyable and satisfying lasting relationship, of which you will be very proud. Some men have had nasty experiences with women, which have affected the psyche of most of them, especially when it comes to dating women. Below are some narrations, which will be of help to you when making your choice. A particular man of 35 years said his experience came when he was dating a woman he wanted for a lasting relationship. He complained that the lady, in spite of being a working-class person, was always requesting him to be sending recharge cards to her, so as to enable her to be calling him once in a while. But unfortunately, she never called. Rather, he was always the one calling her. Whenever he asked her why she refused to call him, she would still give the excuse of no recharge card, and this continued until she started bringing in her family's financial burdens to him. This attitude of dishonesty and unnecessary demands brought the relationship to an end. Another man of 36 years had a more serious experience. According to him, he was having 3 ladies as just friends with the intention of choosing one among them, who may have a better quality for a lasting relationship. But unfortunately, none of them qualified as being good enough. For instance, the first lady of 31 years, a schoolteacher, was very stingy, he said. He had not received a gift from her, in spite of all the money she was making. Instead, she made a lot of demands. The second lady of 30 years old, according to him, did not know how to apologize whenever she offended him. Instead, she would give a lot of excuses to exonerate herself in that circumstance. Again, she was very wasteful in money management. The third lady, according to him, was too dirty for his liking. For instance, she kept everywhere dirty whenever she was in his house, and never cared to dress the bed anytime she woke up. In fact, not only that, she could not sweep. She was also fond of leaving plates unwashed for days in the kitchen. Another man said he lost interest in going into any serious relationship because of what he experienced in the place he was staying. He said he never saw anything good in the wives of his neighbors because they were always cursing and fighting their husbands, and these attitudes really discouraged him. Even when he saw a woman that might be good, but the thought of those women in his neighborhood was always putting him off. In conclusion, choose someone who is self-aware and willing to grow. No one is perfect, but a partner who admits mistakes and seeks to improve is worth more than a flawless pretender. Growth together is what makes love last. Remember, love is not just about how someone makes you feel, it's about how they make you become. Don't rush into relationships based on emotions. Choose with wisdom, intention, and vision. The right partner doesn't just fit into your life. They help you build a better one. If you found value in this message, hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to this channel.